Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Great Horde in Europa Universalis 4. So, where we left off last, it was another day, and we're still fighting against the French, who are really the only person remaining in this war. We need to finish at least one of these sieges here, of these other forts up here, to get some more war score against the Polish, also known as the Commonwealth. Vijayanagar has actually just rivaled me. Weird. Anyway, where I remember playing last, the French were getting kind of low-ish on their enthusiasm. They're at 8 war exhaustion, 22 war enthusiasm. Unfortunately, since we have no individual war score against them, it's very unlikely they're going to peace out anytime soon. Unless we can get them all the way down to low. The only real way that that's going to happen is if they somehow manage to pick up either a whole lot... Oh no, it's a back, he died! They need a whole lot more war exhaustion or a rebellion of some sort. Both of which could happen, just based on the fact that they have so much war exhaustion. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't believe Ibak just died. I'm very upset now. Let's see. We have the shock policy engaged. We are not exactly ahead of time on military tech. We don't really need the general just yet. Plus, we've got four generals available. So for now, I think we'll just kind of hold off on doing much of anything. Looks like there's a bunch of provinces not occupied by them. By anybody right now, but I don't really want to get too nuts about trying to march in there. Plus, I think, okay, that's right, that's right. So, we are not getting restricted by zone of control because, technically, there is no zone of control because it's rebels, and rebels don't count. Yo, they do not count at all. So, if they're going to spread out, I'm going to try to spread out. Hopefully, there's not like some stupid huge French stack right over here. Commonwealth may very well beat me to some of these provinces, we'll see. And by the Commonwealth, I mean the Palatinate, naturally. Okay, here comes the Commonwealth, going to Vitebsk. Vitebsk. Of course, he's still hostile to other armies as well, so he's got his own concerns. I should try to pay attention to the French stack, wherever that may end up. People are sampling new religions. Missionary strength at the cost of military technology cost. Moskva can have some heresy. That seems fine. We're a very tolerant people inside the Great Horde. What's this all about then? Who's this? Sweden? Commonwealth is, yeah, occupied by Sweden, as expected. Okay, fair enough. You want to try to keep my army relatively close by. Let's see, how are we doing on the loot situation? There's plenty of loot to be had in a number of locations. This army, we don't need the cav there. This army, I think we don't need any cav there either. I'd like to park maybe half of that army over there. Park an extra few infantry there for now. Just kind of move in a little bit. I mean, the fact that there's no zone of control with these peasant-occupied forts, the particularists, it's giving me an opportunity to kind of move forward a little bit. I'm a bit concerned. You know, I have to admit, I'm a little bit tired of being a horde. I don't want to have to constantly be looking to flat terrain. Like, it's a cool feature. It's a fun thing to do, especially toward the beginning of a campaign, but like, I'm kind of ready to just play like every other damn nation in the game where I just don't care about that kind of stuff anymore. You know, it just seems like that would be nice. Do we have any generals with some siege value that I could pull over there? We have not a single general among us who can do siege checks. Siege value. Nice. We're so good at sieges. Where are the French? Ooh, Ottoman particularists now as well. Bohemia, winning their war, 91%. Looks like that war is about to end. Wow, look at that. 100 battles. From 100 battles plus 40, they have maxed out ticking war score, maxed out war score from battles, and they are stuck at 91. The only way they're going to get any more is via direct occupation. A reckless privateer. I guess I'll go for the improved relations. I really don't care about privateering. I highly doubt we're making much money, if anything, from this. I mean, are we even privateering? We've got 2 ships privateering. You're going to give me a 15% better relations over time, or better relations modifier based off 2 troops? 2 ships? That's kind of crazy, actually, if you ask me. Let's go down to a pretty small number of troops here. We're going to move forward. We should probably take a leader, even if we don't plan on being too aggressive. Unhappiness amongst the clergy. Well, we don't actually have the clergy, so all it is either just gain or lose piety. Interesting. Well, we're at max piety right now, which is kind of convenient for conversions, but I think I kind of prefer the prestige at the moment. What are we doing financially right now? Making pretty damn good money, especially with the loot coming in. I think we will start a conversion then. It's going to take a little bit longer now that we lost some of that piety, but that's not a big concern. Not really. This army can siege 1.8 ducats. Let's leave like that army behind for now. Forward the other troops. Now my individual war score here, my war score is not looking that great right now, I will admit. We have won enough battles. The ticking war score is going to continue to work in our favor, but like I'm just not getting much. His enthusiasm is obviously going to be very, very low. In fact, the French are already down to medium. Still topping off relations with Persia. I'm just feeling very timid here, marching forward too far with the French nearby. Got like one more month to go. We can take military tech 14. I think we do take it despite the penalty. I'd rather just be done with this whole being behind time all the time nonsense. It's driving me kind of crazy. We'll take the Cav now. That does make these forts obsolete to us, which is going to significantly speed up our sieges. How many cannons do I have altogether? Got 2 whole cannons amongst my army. Nice. Very solid. It's very, very good. We got lots of cannons. Fortunately, we have 102,000 manpower, so we're not really too concerned about much. Once we get the cannons from that army, I think we will move on to another fort, despite the fact that it is in bad terrain for me, and a little bit far exposed. Have not seen much going on here. Okay, we are not even the attacker in this. Unfortunately, we did not arrive on time, so I'm not going to participate in this siege for now. Let's avoid the attrition. Commonwealth stack is still live and dangerous. We do not want to fight that, although, depending on the progress, we might want to take over the control of that siege at some point. Instead, I think what we do is, why this army is here and so weak, I don't know. I want to have roughly 3 armies. Maybe 4. Apparently the Palatinate doesn't care. They're just going to move straight into that fight. Okay. Well, you guys have fun with that. Hey, Ottomans, why don't you smash the remainder of that stack for me, if you don't mind? Wow, they really have a pretty massive advantage, don't they? They've got pretty huge morale advantage, significant tactics advantage, and a 2-2 general, which is apparently all that it takes. Meanwhile, of course, Persia's not very happy to be our slave, subject, man, person thing, because why would they be? They're just not friendly people. Austria just got re-elected, despite the fact that they're about to lose it due to the whole Protestant thing winning. I mean, they're clearly going to lose the empire in just a moment, but the Palatinate usurped control of that siege. Fair enough. Fairly soon, we're going to want to move in and usurp control of some of these other things from them as well. In the meantime, I suppose we'll spread out, do some more sieges where we can get some loot. We can detach this top army to go siege that thing down for a month or 2. One thing that I didn't realize up until just recently is that you can actually see over here these loot values as you're moving armies around, which is very convenient for putting together loot stacks. It's going to revolutionize the way that I do my looting. I don't know what is going on with the French. I should probably go check and see if I can figure it out. And he's not in any other wars, and yet his army has just been gone. Am I just blind? Have I just like completely lost sight of it? I suppose it's entirely possible. The tribes are at 80%. They're not very happy with me at the moment. Hold Only looking at our rebellion, we're looking at 1.3 years roughly. It's going to be 40,000 troops. No progress on our disaster. Loot could be better. Tending to the loot map mode is a little bit tedious. At least it can be. But this is one dead Commonwealth. This has not happened in quite some time, seeing such an incredible wrecking of a nation. 95 war score. I mean, they are just unwilling to peace out on either side. That is one of the effects of the League War, is that I think everybody gets enthusiasm of like plus 100 or some ridiculous number. The war leaders in particular are just so darn stubborn in the League War. Well, there is a fort over there. I wouldn't mind throwing away some more manpower for another battle, just to get the extra war score. I mean, I'd be for it. If they're interested in fighting, I'd fight them. Got maxed out spy network strength against Muscovy right now. I'm holding off on that for some reason. I think I'm figuring that if I take this land from the Commonwealth, that we're going to be looking at maybe we can claim Yaroslav as well, which is 26 development. And if I remember correctly, Yaroslav is one of the provinces that I need to click this button, is it not? It is. So I'd like to take this province despite not having a claim on it, just so we can get a claim on Yaroslav. However, in the meantime, we could get a claim on Rostov. Ooh, 3 development? No, thank you. Beteluga, 6. Let's do development map mode. Yeah, we'll take a claim on this one. And he's colonizing. That's cute. Getting to the point where I'm starting to do some shuffle balances just to keep the army fairly reasonably put together. There's just nowhere else for me to go right now. And the French... Ah, there's the French. Okay. I will gladly fight that French stack. A 0-1-4-2 with only 14 in the front row. By all means, let's do it. How many cav do we have? What's our flanking range? I forget. I've been playing too much of another campaign lately. Let's see. Right now, our technology of 29 combat width. Flanking range is currently only plus 25%, so we need 4 cav plus the center, so 18 cav. Do we have 18 cav? We've got 7, 14, we've got plenty of cav. Let's grab pure cav army. I want 4, plus the 7 is 18, plus any cannons that we have, and that'll do it. Let's grab the cav and the cannon forward. Don't care about the infantry, so we'll split them and pull them both back. Hopefully we'll be able to find a nice flat province to engage that French stack. And that will be our ideal stack to engage him. He's heading down to Ingle. Let's see. Supply could be better. Might as well stick together, though. I mean, I don't really feel like there's much that can go wrong at this point. The French, at some point, I don't know, either me taking the tech or who knows exactly what it was, but at some point the French just decided that they don't want to be involved in this war much. And the primary stack seems to have just disappeared. Alright, well the tribes have risen up with a 28 stack there and 11 stack over here. That's great. What was that? Seriously? You got a 0-6 leader? Jesus. Well, that's not ideal for me. Let's grab the 131 and see if we can go take care of that. It's pure infantry, but... I think we're pretty much done with this war, for the most part. I mean, if I try to demand territory, what are we looking at? just come home from Bohemia since we did that mission. Didn't even see that that revolt actually creep all the way up to 100% there on me. I still feel like that alert really should only pop up at 90%, or it should be one of those things where you can control it. Alright, either this is a different stack, or he somehow managed to combine in some other troops. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it is now different than what we saw a second ago. So, let's grab a few more troops down here. And let's go see what the Commonwealth's looking at here. Clearly, I want the provinces that we have claims to, and I want that. He'll give me all that stuff. We can get more borders on Muscovy if we keep going up north. Even though we only have 35 war score, he's willing to give me 53 peace steel worth of stuff. That's pretty good. We'll probably want to do that. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, this seems just fine to me. 17.5 prestige, tons of aggressive expansion, who cares? Overextension, who cares? We get all the stuff that we need. We get more borders with Muscovy. Sounds great. Let's just be done with this war. Such an easy, simple, long, drawn-out war. But it's fine. We also picked up 2 forts. We have a lot of forts now, wow. So we've got multiple forts up here. This fort controls the same exact provinces that this one does. Tiver's already covered by Moskva. Let's get rid of this fort and this fort. See no reason to have them. Same exact zone of control that we had a second ago. We'll hold on to the forts for the moment. They're not horrible. Okay, so the provinces that we need to core are all of those. The provinces that we need to claim are this one. I think there was one more. We need, hopefully I didn't do anything stupid like go over. I don't think we did. We could have raised, we can raise if we have to, but. Alright, so Yaroslav, Suzdal. Okay, we already have the claim on both. Rostov is a 3 development province. That's 13. We'll take a claim on this if we can get to it. It's going to cost us 50. We do need to start getting that thing built up. We have a lot of claims on Muscovy right now. Do we have a truce with them? We have a truce until 89. So in 3 years, we need to actually move forward with that. For now, let's go ahead and start our course. I think we're done raising. I just think that it's time, for the most part, to move toward not being a horde anymore. It's been grand. It's been quite fun. Can we reform the government and still do this achievement? I forget. I should probably check that. We're looking to do this achievement here, the Great Khan. Starting as Mongolia or the Great Horde, own or have a subject to own, all that stuff. So there's nothing about staying a horde. So yes, we just have to start as them, and we should be fine. We are losing 9.19 ducats a month. Why is that? State interest advisors, fort maintenance. Those 3 fortresses are costing me a little bit. We're not at war. We don't need them on necessarily. Rooting out corruption, that's the big one. That's where all the expense is coming from. Yep, it's just going to cost me a pretty penny to keep them under wraps for now. Alright, fair enough. Well, we've built up some money. Civil War is on its way. We have the Ottomans, Ming, and the Vijayanagar as a rival. Interesting that that Ming is now a valid rival again. Muscovy will cede Kola and Nair Kainu to Sweden. Muscovy has just lost their war. They released Perm, which means that we have tribal conquest on Perm, and Perm is independent. Perm's total war score cost before they have done anything else is 61%. We currently have 4-to-4 relations. If we could integrate somebody, we could easily vassalize Perm and be pretty happy about having that. Although we do have a core on this province over here. It's a territorial core though, so we wouldn't be giving up too much. We just use the CB to just direct vassalize them. How do we feel about their ideas and cultures and stuff? Yeah, religious and they're Orthodox. You could demand that they change, but then they'd be kind of pissed. And I don't think that they have any kind of nasty things that increase coring costs or anything. I kind of prefer to not have to do stuff. I don't know, words. Nepal has gone bankrupt. Let's grab our guy with slightly higher maneuver. See if we can avoid some of that attrition. Grab you over to there. This army can be that guy. A mothballed transport. So Persia, how about that Liberty Desire, huh? Tribes are really pissed. We're down to 64 unity. I need to give them some more land to appease this situation again here. And the Persian Liberty Desire is still at plus 238% due to all that stuff. Placated ruler, negative 41.2. It's so expensive to make you happy. For now, I think I'm just going to stockpile a little bit of prestige because, I don't know. Remove Kara from the map. One province Mare that borders us. Interesting. Where'd these guys come from? Why are they independent? How long have they had this province? I don't know. I certainly do like the idea of getting this bonus. I mean, this guy's on Tech 13 with a 7 stack. It seems relatively straightforward to just annihilate him and take his one province worth a massive 4 development. I mean, come on. Seems very reasonable to me. The looming disaster does not appeal to me. Well, there had to be another trigger, though. Like, why is this thing causing issues here? Horde unity's less than 75. Okay, so that's a big part of it. Well, here's the thing. We're at 0 stability right now. What if we were to just reform the government? Just take our stability up to 3, click the damn button, and be done with all this stuff. I don't think we could do it before the disaster fires, but... Oh, interesting. We cannot reform the Golden Horde if we are not Steppe Nomad, so we have to stay Steppe Nomad before we click reform the Golden Horde. Nothing we can do about that. Like, we could do it after the fact, though. Alright, so first this, win the war with Muscovy, then we do this. In the meantime, we're gonna have to find a way to put down this civil war. Otherwise, we're gonna get national unrest plus 10. I'm getting my overextension below 10%. Now that's pretty tricky. Perhaps we should consider burning some stuff down. Well, for now, I'm gonna give some land to these fellas. See if we can get them back to a position where we don't have them losing loyalty, and see if we can keep our horde unity up a little bit. But beyond that, what do they want? 45%? They want 50% of my land now. Jesus, that's a lot. That's a lot. Where I come from, that's a lot. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a break here. We'll be back in the next episode and hopefully work toward getting this this Golden Horde, Great Horde Reformation thing. It's gonna be pretty good when it actually happens. So, as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.